Hello and welcome to Group Exercise Online with the YMCA of York County. My name is Justin and I'm an instructor at the Southern Branch YMCA in Shrewsbury. So thank you for joining us tonight. We're going to be doing Tai Chi. And as always, I want you to think of Tai Chi as a low to moderate intensity exercise program designed to really be more of a mindfulness practice than a tough workout. So we're focused on coordination, balance, breathing, and integration. For this class, you don't really need anything. You can optionally have a chair if you need to sit, and a water bottle in case you need to hydrate. I'm going to turn my music up just a hair, and I think that'll work. So we're going to divide the class into three distinct phases this evening. The first phase is our warm-up, and it's a set called the 5 Treasures set. It's a very slow-paced set, focused a lot on breathing and simple flowing movements. In the second piece, we'll look at some more complicated Tai Chi movements, trying to develop more of a complex flow. And in the third piece, we'll end as our cool down with our Tai Chi circles, which hopefully you're starting to get familiar with. So as always, we start with the feet about hip to shoulder width apart, knees relaxed. Just make sure the hands are loose, shake out your hands and arms, and you can let that shaking go through the rest of your body. You want to make sure the belly muscles are relaxed and unlocked, and all of the joints are loose. You can shake out each leg individually, kind of flapping the foot around the ankle and letting the thigh muscle shake around the bone. It's also a good balance exercise. Do the same thing with the other leg, shaking it out. And this is just to release any tension that we come into class with. Shake the shoulders, letting the arms hang. Dropping upper body forward, letting the arms just hang from the shoulder socket. And you can shake backward. And then letting the hands hang toward the floor. Trying to shake the front of the body, just very gently. With the feet a little bit wider than hip width apart, maybe shoulder width apart. Letting the hands be loose, letting the arms swing around the waist. I'm going to start toward my right, swing around the waist. And this is alternately called bear swinging or just swing arms around the waist. And we're trying to get the upper body to be totally relaxed, the arms just hanging from the shoulder socket. So I want to break this down a little bit, and then we'll do just a couple of swings after that. There are two main ways to swing: toward your stance leg or away from your stance leg. No matter which way you swing, you always want to make sure the knees point over the toes. In this swing, we're not just letting the arms swing around the waist. You're trying to drive with the hip sockets, almost like you're doing a golf swing, where you rotate into that hip. Again, the arm is like a weight hanging from a string, so that as you twist and shift your weight side to side, the arms just go with it. So once you have a comfortable swing, we're going to stay here for a little while, just to relax, not doing anything special with the breath, just trying to let go. All right, so after swaying around a handful of times in each direction, we're going to slowly come back to the center. Now, from here, I want you to step the feet closer together, and then we're going to step out into a Tai Chi stance. We're going to come back to this basic stance in between each movement or each series. So I want to get it good to begin with. Spacing the feet out. And if you already have a comfortable Tai Chi stance, you know where to go. But outer hip to shoulder width apart, relax the lower body toward the floor. Top of the head as if you're balancing a teacup on top of your head, so the lower body sinks down like a rock in the mud. And the top lifts up like a flower toward the sun. The arms in front of the body, palms facing your lower abdomen. So I want you to stay facing toward the screen. I'm going to turn to the side. In this position, it's called hold the ball or hold the cushion. And it's as if I have a pillow or cushion that I'm gently holding against my lower belly. Space under the armpits, elbows not way up and not tucked close, about halfway. Palms point to the space below your belly button, about your belt line. We're going to come back to this position between each movement. Again, knees relaxed, but not bending past the toes. If your calves get tight, you're probably going too far. So just sink a little bit here. And what I want you to do is give me 3 big, comfortable, deep breaths. Inhaling to a point of comfortable fullness, and exhaling and releasing to a point of comfortable emptiness. So when you're ready, 3 big breaths. I'm going to try to breathe so you can hear me, but breathe at your own pace. So after those 3 breaths, I want you to keep breathing deeply. But as you inhale, shift the weight towards your toes. And as you exhale, shifting the weight back towards your heels. So again, you stay facing toward the screen. I'm going to turn so we can see this from the side. It's a subtle movement. So again, as you inhale, shifting your weight toward the toes. And as you exhale, shifting the weight back towards your heels. You want to maintain a straight body alignment, keeping shoulders in line with hips, in line with ankles. So no sway. And as you inhale, shift forward, the hands go out a little. And as you exhale, shift back, the hands come back toward the center. This is called ocean wave breathing. And what we're imagining is that your shoulders deep in the water. And as you inhale and shift forward, a wave comes and gently lifts you. And as you exhale and shift back, the wave passes and your feet sink back. So it's just a wave of floating up and floating down. And with each breath, you can move the hands a little bit higher. And with each breath, you can come off the heels a little bit higher. Just keeping it straight body alignment. So the hands only go a little bit each time. Just a little bit each time. It's a very, very simple exercise, but it can really start to work that whole body coordination a little bit higher. So you can think of your arms almost like a frond of kelp or seaweed drifting in the ocean. Or even like an octopus's tentacles just moving sinuously through the water. But keep breathing. The highest the hands are going to come is about shoulder height. So let's do 2 more breaths before we get our maximum height. One more time, up and down. And then our next movement, we're going to be at maximum height. So maximum height, here we go, up. As long as the shoulders and elbows stay down. And we're going to keep it at this height for about 6 breaths. Just flowing with the ocean. Inhale up and exhale down. And let's do 2 more. But we're not just going to stop. We're not quite done. So this is our last one at full height. After this one, the hands start to come down a little bit at a time. A little bit lower. And a little bit lower. The waves aren't quite as big. You're not coming up quite as high. So you need 4 more breaths. And we're going to end at that hold the cushion or hold the ball. Just 2 more. Out and in. Last one. Out and in. Hold the ball. Settle in and give me a big, comfortable, deep breath here. Breathing with the whole body. Let's do 1 more. Big breath. So our next one is drawing up from the earth. We're going to let the hands and fingertips drop down, come up and about shoulder height. They open up toward the sky and let the arms drop. You're going to try to use the whole body. So fingertips point down and come up the center and open toward the sky. So we're going to do 1 more here, and then I'm going to turn, and I want you to stay facing toward the screen. So keep the hands moving. So as I come down, my upper body drops forward a little, fingertips point toward the floor. As I come up, the hands about shoulder height go out. So you notice there's a little bit of a squat, just bending the knees, a hair sitting back, chest down, not very far. The fingertips shouldn't go below your knees. Arms come up and out. You'll also notice that you don't have to bring the arms way out to the side. So my hands come up in front of the body, open out, and then as they come down, they're still relatively in front of me. That helps you keep the upper back relaxed. But this can be as big a movement or as small a movement as you want. Just stay with the breath and make sure you feel relaxed. Let's do 4 more. Nice and slow. Soft out to the fingertips. And the last 2 is just do silently with the breath. Back to that hold the ball or hold the cushion. And 2 full big breaths. All right, our next one's called Gathering Starlight. I'm going to back a little bit. So we're going to take your left hand and bring the fingertips together to form a beak or a hook. And that goes over the back of your belt line. Left foot at a slight angle, right foot steps forward, and you want daylight between the feet. So you notice I'm about shoulder width apart, but one foot is in front of the other. So let's start with just a sway forward and back without moving the arms, forward and back. Making sure that the knee doesn't go past the toe on both feet. You also want to make sure you can keep your trunk upright without leaning. So if you're leaning and the nose comes forward, you're probably too far apart. So you can adjust down. Adding in the arm movement with the right hand, just start brushing forward and sliding back. So if you've seen those Japanese sand gardens, they smooth the sand before raking circles into it. So that's what we're doing. We're preparing our base. Smooth the sand with the back of the hand and then with the palm of the hand, forward and back. Let's go one more time, and then we'll start the circling. So as we come back, the hand starts close to the body. We're going to go out to the right, scoop towards your left side, and shift back. So not locking out any of the joints in the arms. Just rotating gently, turning the trunk, and sweeping the hand. Keeping it the level of your belt line or maybe your belly button. So we're raking circles in the sand. Let's take it from here and go up a level. One more circle all the way around first. And our next circle is level with the sternum or level with your heart. So you come around, scoop into the heart. So what a nice, gentle practice would be good tonight with how warm it was today. We're still getting used to it. So focus on deep breathing in through the nose and let it out. I want to make sure the elbow is lower than the shoulder and that you're expressing all the way up to the fingertips. So let's go one more full circle all the way around. And then take it up to the level of your forehead. Up to the level of the forehead. Sweep. Now, as we go up, it's more important to keep that shoulder relaxed down away from your ear and the elbow sinking down. Try to take pressure off of the upper trapezius muscles and refer it into the mid-back. Let's go one more time, all the way around, and then take it up to the last level. So this time we reach for the stars, gather in starlight. So keep your left hand behind your back. I just want to use my left hand to point here. This shoulder stays down, so you can almost imagine somebody has a hand on your shoulder and is keeping it pulled down away from the ear. And drawing the shoulder blade down your back towards your hips. All right, so from here, we're gathering starlight and doing 2 more full circles all the way around. And after this circle, start to come down once to the forehead, once to the chest, and once to the abdomen. Not rushing, taking your time. Once we get to the abdomen, give me 1 more full circle all the way around and step that right foot back. Squaring the feet off. We're going to switch. Your right hand makes the hook, goes behind your back, right foot at a little bit of an angle, left foot steps forward. So then right hand is about level with your belt line on the back of the body. Let's start with our sway forward and backward first. As you're straight forward and backward, and allow yourself to adjust as necessary based on comfort, based on space, and based on your ability to keep your trunk upright. So if you're comfortable with this position here, we can take our left hand and smooth the sand. As you come forward, smoothing the sand with the back of the hand and then with the palm. Trying to keep it about level with your belt line. And that comes with practice, with sensitivity, and it's a worthwhile practice to be able to control and pay attention to your body's position in space. It's moving mindfulness. So let's go one more time, forward and back. And then we sort of circle out to the left. From close to the body, I go left, around, and in. So I said before, raking circles in the sand, you can keep the fingers pointed toward the ground and imagine drawing the circles. But again, I like to express all the way out through the wrist and fingers, so you'll see me turning the hand and wrist as I go. You gotta play with it. As long as your form is good and the knees not going past the toes, and you're being as expressive as possible, we're in a good place. But don't forget to breathe. You know what's coming next, so focus on your breath. You know we're going to go up and up and up. So focus on your breath. I'll let you know when we're going. Let's give you 2 more circles, and then we'll go up. But breathe. So this next circle we take to the level of the sternum or the level of the heart. Big full breath. Thinking in circles, thinking in spirals. Let's go one more time, all the way around. And then taking it up to the level of the forehead. So we come around and into the forehead. Remember to keep, as best you can, the elbow below the shoulder and the shoulder away from the ear. Give me 2 more full circles. And after this last circle, we're going to start to reach for the sky, gathering starlight, going up. So you keep your right hand on your lower back. I'm going to move mine just a point. And again, it's as if somebody has a hand on your shoulder, pulling it away from the ear. Keeping it relaxed downwards as best you can. And then 2 more all the way around. And after this last circle, we're going to come down once to the forehead, once to the chest, to the lower belly, and then 1 more full circle all the way around. Not rushing, we're set to the same speed the whole time. So getting 1 more full circle all around and step the left foot in. So we're back to that hold the ball against the lower belly. Give me 2 deep breaths here. Again, relaxing the lower body into the floor and the top of the head toward the ceiling. Just creating a gentle traction through the spine. The next one's drawing into the heart. We're going to let the arms drop. Come around like you're getting ready to give a big hug. Come into the chest and push down. So we're going to do a handful of these that I'm going to turn up, in, and down. So don't cross the arms here. We're just almost pointing your middle fingers toward each other and then palms down. You keep going. I'm going to turn. So we scoop in and down. Not locking out the elbows. And again, when you bend the arms, you don't have to come way up against your body and slide down. You want to keep some space in all your joints. So make sure there's a little bit of space left in that elbow. It's not completely contracted. Squatting down a little bit. And straightening up, but not locking the knees. Up and in and down. Need two more. At the bottom of this next movement, we're going to reverse. So we come down, keeping the hands close to the body. Turn palm up. At about chest height, we go out and around. So if the first one was drawing into our heart, this is giving out from our heart. So as arms stay facing palm up the whole time, we come up, extend, and float down. Up, extend, and float down. So I want you to stay facing toward the screen. Again, I'm going to turn. Coming down. Really, the movement of the arms coming up. I'm trying to roll up the spine, roll up and out. And then as you sink, you just let the spine relax. I don't know if you can see that in my back, but you roll up. The spine is the bow that fires the arm of the arrows, if I'm being poetic. Roll up, tuck the tailbone, roll up, come out, in, and float or sink down, letting the arms just float. Less than two more. Now, after this last one, coming back to that hold the ball. So coming up, out, around, and down, holding the ball for two big breaths. Again, focus on keeping all the joints open as you breathe. For this last of our 5 treasures movements, it's called drawing down from the sky. So I'm going to drop the arms, gently reach up, and sink down. It's probably the image of you're pulling a big fluffy cloud out of the sky. You're reaching up, pluck that cloud, and float it down. Because if you've ever handled a cloud, you know if you grab it too firmly, it'll dissipate. So nice and soft. And there's also a bunch of different variations of this. I like to lead with my palms, so I'm pushing down. You can also lead with your fingertips, curling the fingertips down first, and sweeping down. Whatever feels most relaxed to you. You can come down and point the palms at each other and let it roll through that way. Slight variations can feel a little bit different, but go with what feels most relaxed. Let's do 4 and just breathe. One more time, all the way around. Back to our hold the ball position. And 2 breaths. Trying to, as you breathe, keep those joints open, breathing air into each joint as you inhale, and as you exhale, letting everything sink. So relax, let the hands down, shake everything out again. At this point, we're going to take a quick break, so if you need to grab some water, grab some water. If you're done, this can be a complete practice. The 5 treasures set is a good complete practice on its own. Our next set, we're going to start looking at some more complicated patterns. Again, starting with one that I really like, that it might be a little bit involved at first, but we'll walk our way through it. And then moving into 2 other patterns that will start very simple, and then we'll build on them and make it more complex. Our third practice, again, is going to be circling hands at the end. So when you're ready, starting with the feet closer together, stepping out into your Tai Chi stance. This is a lot of upper body for this movement, so we just want a comfortable stance and relax down. So this is called the 8 movements or the 8 energies of Tai Chi, or Golden Ball Tai Chi. So I'm going to walk through this a couple of times, and then we'll see if we can put it together and make it flow. So again, there's 8 individual movements. I'm going to number them and say the movement aloud. We start this time with the hands out about hip level, making sure that they're not real close to the body. You want to extend it a little bit without locking the arms. Elbows and shoulders relax. So our first movement is scoop. So I bring the hands down and as if you're holding a beach ball. Second movement is lift it up to shoulder height. That's 2 is lift. 3 is expand. And 4 is close. 5 is roll back, so I'm bringing my hands close to my shoulders. 6 is push out till the palms are flat. 7 is lower. And 8 is spread. So I'm going to do this a couple times facing towards you and a couple times facing away. So just go through the basics with me. We go 1, scoop. 2, lift. 3, open. 4, close. 5, hands to shoulders. 6, push. Turn the palms to face each other. 7, lower. And 8, spread. 1, scoop. 2, lift. 3, open. 4, close. 5, hands to shoulders. 6, push to palms face. 7, lower, and 8, spread. Let's go one more time and then I'll turn. So 1, scoop. 2, lift. 3, open. 4, close. 5, hands to shoulders. 6, push. 7, lower, and 8, spread. So I want you to stay facing toward the screen. I'm going to turn so we have a different angle. So again, when my hands are out in front, they're not straight out to my sides, maybe in front of the body a little bit. So number 1, we scoop to the center in front of your belt line. 7, lift to about shoulder height. 8, open. 9, close. Oops, counts wrong. Hands to shoulders. Push. Lower. And spread. Let's try that again. 1, we scoop. Hold a ball. 2, lift the ball. 3, expand. 4, contract. 5, hands to shoulders, and I'm rolling back. 6, push. 7, lower. And 8, spread. Let's do 2 more. We scoop. and lift, open, close, hands to shoulders, push, lower, and spread. Scoop, and lift, expand, and contract. Roll back, push, lower, and spread. Those are the 8 actions of Tai Chi. I'm going to do this 3 more times, starting to add the breathing. So, same basic cueing, but I'm going to add the breath. We inhale, scoop, exhale, lift. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Inhale, roll back, exhale, push. Inhale, lower, and exhale, spread. Inhale, scoop, exhale, lift. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, push. Inhale, lower. Exhale, spread. One more time. We go inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and exhale. All right, so that's the 8 movements of Tai Chi. I like that set because it can be a good breathing exercise and it makes you think a little. That's what this middle set is all about. So our second movement is going to be grasping the sparrow's tail. So we're going to take our position just like we did in gathering starlight. So my left foot is back at an angle, and my right foot is forward. Make sure that you can shift forward and back and stay upright. So we're going to start and walk through this nice and slow. This is the last really tricky one. First part of the movement, I'm holding a ball with the left hand on top and the right hand under. To start with, I'm going to toss with the right hand and left hand toward the floor. Left hand comes to join the right hand, and I pull back, tug of war. Bring the hands around in front of your left shoulder, and push. There we go. Let's do that again. So I start with the ball, left hand on top, right hand under. Toss the right hand out, push the left hand towards your left foot. Bring the left hand to the right wrist, tug of war, pull back, circle the hands around to your left, in front of the left shoulder, and then push out towards your right. Keep going. Start with the ball. Couple distinct steps. Move toss and push. Toss right, left hand toward the floor. Then we have grab. This is where I'm reaching up to grab the bird's tail. I miss it, so I sweep around, try to grab it on my left. He dodges me again, so I reach to the right to try to grab him one last time. There we go, grasping the bird's tail. Keep going. Start with the ball on your left. Toss, right hand push, left hand. Bring that left hand back up to the right wrist. Tug of war, pull back, sweep around in a circle to your left, and push. Let's do 2 more. Now again, at this point, we're starting to work on difficult patterns. It's not just get the basic shape. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're looking at a more complicated flow. So I toss right, push left. Left hand comes to right wrist, and I pull down the left hip, circle in front of the left shoulder, and push with the left hand. Or sorry, push out to the right. One last time. Hold the ball. Toss and push. Left hand comes up, pull down to the hip, over to the shoulder, and push. All right, bring the hands down. Let's switch sides. I'm going to step right foot back and left foot out. So again, just before we start, making sure that your stance is comfortable, body upright. We're going to start with the ball on the right hand on top, left hand underneath. First part of the movement, I'm tossing with the left hand and push the right hand down toward the floor. Bring the right hand up to the left wrist, and I pull down toward the right hip. Circle around in front of the right shoulder and push out to your left. So I'm coming back to the ball, right hand on top, left hand under. Left hand tosses out, right hand pushes toward the floor. At the end of this movement, my right hand comes up, and I pull down to the right hip, circle around in front of the right shoulder, and push out to your left. You're going to start slow and mechanical and try to build it up. Give me right hand up, left hand under. Toss left, push right. Right arm up, pull down. Tug of war, I circle around in front of the right shoulder, and push. Again, coming back to the ball, right hand on top, left hand under. Toss left, push right, scoop right, and pull both hands down. Circle, and push. Let's do 3 more. Start with the ball, right hand on top, left hand under. Toss left, push right, scoop right, tug of war, pull down, sweep around, and push. Back to the ball. So toss left, I'm grabbing for the bird's tail. Right hand comes up, I'm trying to grab it. I miss, I come around to the right, try to grab him over here. I miss, and then reaching out one last time for the bird, but we miss. So coming back, last one to the ball. Right hand up, left hand under. Toss left, push right. Scoop right, pull down, sweep around, and push. So we're shifting back, lower the arms and step the left foot in. Again, shake it out. Okay, so that was our second practice. I know I said 3 movements, but I want to stay with 2 just because of time. We're going to go into our wind down, which is the Tai Chi circles. And I'm not going to do anything real special with this tonight. Just kind of getting familiar, coming back to simple circular movements. So let's start. Give yourself a little bit of a shake break if you need to. Stretch the back. You can try touching each other. You can grab a drink of water. We have 1 more set as we start to cool down. And I kind of want to come back to the idea of breath. So in our circle, every circle has a half. There's the left half and the right half. And we can imagine a line in between. So whatever circle we're doing, half of your circle is an inhale, and half is an exhale. So in your mind, no matter which way we're circling, think half is an inhale and half is an exhale. So we can come back to this flow and the breath. So we'll start with our tabletop circling. And let me step the other way this time. Stepping 1 foot out. I'm going to go a little bit wider than a normal Tai Chi stance, maybe a horse riding stance. And And this gives us a more lateral distance to shift, work the legs a little bit more. If you are more comfortable in a smaller stance, go with that smaller stance. But I like the feeling of this wider stance, not real low, but a wider stance in the tabletop circle. So I'm starting my hands about level with my belt line. I'm going to circle from left to right. From left to right. And you're shifting the weight. Again, as I always say, trying to load your center over your base. And you get half the circle. So I'm going to inhale here and exhale here. So once you get your breathing pattern fixed, just relax the wrists and let the hands express out to the fingertips. So what I said, I want you to start with the breath and then start to relax the body. So your Tai Chi practice is all about intention. And I hope that I was able to set a good intention for the practice today. Let's go 2 more full circles all the way around, and then we'll switch direction. All the way around. So our next circle, we start, and then somewhere in this circle, you're going to switch direction. Wherever it makes sense to you, and now we're going from right to left. Shifting the weight and trying to keep the long spine, toes and knees, same direction. And breath is half of the circle inhale, half of the circle exhale. So you need 2 more full circles all the way around. All right, so I'm going to narrow my stance a little bit here and set up for circle against the wall or sort of cleaning the mirror. So this is as if my knuckles were against a wall or a mirror in front of me. I'm going to start circling from left to right. Knees relaxed, and as if your hands are in contact with the wall, we slide them out to the left, and up and around to the right. So again, keeping my shoulders relaxed, my elbows generally lower than the shoulder, and rotating the hands around the wrists. And again, think of half of this circle as your inhale, and half as your exhale. So give me 1 more full circle all the way around. All the way around. We're going to start the next circle, but somewhere During this circle, I want you to switch directions. Somewhere in that circle, we're going to switch direction. Nice S shape, or whatever is most relaxed. Whatever is most relaxed for you. Give me 2 more full circles all the way around. And then let the hands rest. So 1, and then 1 more time all the way around. All the way around, letting the hands rest at the bottom. And palms face. So our last circle tonight is our bass drum circle. I'm going to do this facing to the side. So I want you to stay facing toward the camera. And I'm going to turn. So what we're going to do here is not worry about how big of a movement the hands make. I'm more worried about this movement at the spine. So I'm going to start holding a ball about the size of my own head. And the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of tuck the hips under. So bend the knees, tuck the hips, and roll up. And then roll down. Tuck the hips, lift the chest. Drop the chest, extend the hips. So I tuck and lift. And my hands just make a little bit of circle to the front. Doesn't have to be a big one, so I tuck and lift. And then drop and extend. So I'm exaggerating a little bit, but you can go to this and exaggerate it first because you really want to try to feel that movement of the back and spine. Feel that movement of the back and spine. Tend to get tight through the back, so just rolling through the back can help stretch the back muscles a little bit, just so there's a range of motion stretch. Two more. Forward. One more time. So we're going to start our next circle coming up and then switch. I go down, lift, and in. So I'm going to keep that circle small. So I'm going to tuck the hips, lift the chest, drop the chest, extend the hips. Tuck and lift, rolling up, drop, and extend, rolling down. So this can really just be a little bitty movement with the hands, but really trying to roll the spine. That'll be our cool down. It's kind of a nice spinal flex, massaging the internal organs, breathing slow. Two more. And one more time, all the way around. Lowering the hands at the end. We still got some time. Okay, so before we go to our ending practice, I do want to do a quick announcement. The first 2 videos of our Tai Chi Academy have been added to their own playlist on this channel. So if you like the flow but wanted to go a little bit deeper into some more choreography, please check that out. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and share this wherever you use social media. If you hit the notification bell, you'll get notified when we go live or when we add new content to the channel, like some of our classes like the Tai Chi Academy that are not streaming. So with that, taking the feet close or together, a Tai Chi bow where the left hand makes the C shape, the right hand fits under, so right fingers under left, right thumb under left. So we have a little A. You're going to bow towards the screen, knuckles toward me, and as you come up, let the hands come to your sides. So again, it's left over right, make an egg, bow toward the screen, and then tap the hands. And again, this stands for heaven and earth, country and family, coming together in harmony and peace. I hope you were able to get a little bit of harmony from this practice. I hope you liked the deep breathing and that it helped you relax. So to go out, we'll do one last exercise, bamboo in the wind, with the feet right here. Take those hands from the bow and just put them against your lower belly. You can keep your eyes open, or if you want, let your eyes gently drift closed. In this exercise, your body is the piece of bamboo, and the wind is your breath. So as you're here with the eyes open or closed or half closed and a narrow base of support, just start to do some more slow, deep breaths. And as you do, let the tension unwind through your body. So you might start to sway a little bit, and that's normal, allowing your body to find its place over the feet, and then use that sway and your breath to just unwind some tight joints, letting yourself make really small micro movements to gently unwind for a handful of breaths. All right, and we'll end the practice right there. Thank you again very much. From my home to yours, from my living room to wherever you're watching, have a great night and go with the flow. Thank you, everybody, very much.